Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earlier session, we had seen indexing of data frames in Pandas. And today, let's move on to the slicing of data frames in Pandas. So what does slicing means? Slicing means to fetch a set of rows or columns from a data frame. And we had also seen the slicing in list, in tuples. So the same way today we are seeing slicing in data frame in pandas. The syntax for this is data, and within square brackets we have to pass the start, end and step size. Step is optional. We can slice a data frame either by LOC method or ILOC method. So what is the difference between slicing of LOC method and by slicing with the ILOC method? LOC method, as we all know, slices the data frame with the help of labels. Even in indexing, we saw that it was indexing with the help of labels. So we have to specify df, which is the data of the data frame, dot loc, and within square brackets, we have to pass the start row end colon end row, comma, start column colon end column. So where here the start and the end points are inclusive. So the start row is also inclusive, the end row is also inclusive because they are the labels. It is the start label to end label, start label for column till end label for column. So both the start and end points are included within the slicing data. And now with the ILOC method, it slices the data frame with the help of integer or positional index values. So here we have df, which is the date of the data frame, dot ILOC, start row colon end row, start column colon end column. Here start row is included, the start index is included, but the end index is excluded. So it will consider from the start till end minus 1. Start column till end column minus 1. So the end index is exclusive in ILOC because it acts like an index. And now let's see one with one of the examples. So firstly, let me import pandas as pd out equal to pd dot read excel. I'm reading my excel sheet, giving the path of the excel sheet data1 dot xlsx comma index column call equal to employee id, which is there in the excel sheet, emp id. Now this data let me pass on to my data frame, pd dot data frame, where d and f are in capitals, and then I'm passing out. Now print df, the data gets printed on the console. So employee ID acts as the index values. Employee name, age, gender, place, summary are the column values, column names and the values. So now suppose I want to do the slicing. I want rows 120, 121, 122, 123. So how can I slice these particular rows and all the columns? So for this, let me say print df square brackets. I have to specify the starting label, that is 120, colon, what is the end label which I want, till 125, comma, I'm giving colon, comma, after comma if I give colon, that means to say all the columns will be considered. So rows are 120, 121, 122, 123, 124 and 125. The end index is end label is also considered in the LOC method. So I have to specify it as df dot loc. Now when I run the code, I get from 120 to 125. All the rows are included. 120 and 125. All the rows have been included. And since I've given colon for the columns, all the columns get displayed on the console. Now suppose I want columns employee name to gender. So employee name, age and gender, all three get selected. Let's see how it works. Print df.loc square brackets 120 colon 125. These are the rows, comma, column is employee name colon, let me say place. So now when I run the code, I get columns 120 to 125. These are the row labels and column labels from employee name to place. Employee name to place is employee name, age, gender and place. So employee name, age, gender and place get displayed on the console. So here the start index, label, end label both are considered. Employee name and place are the start and end column labels. So even they are considered. So that was LOC, slicing with LOC method in Pandas. Now let's move on to slicing using ILOC method. For this, it considers the default row index values and default column index values, that is from 0, 1, 2, 3. Here also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let me say print df dot, it's ILOC method now, and let me give it as, so it won't consider the labels now, it will consider the index value. So let me say 0 to 5. So 0 colon 5 comma, and here I want from 0 to 3. 0 colon 3. So friends, here the 5 index is not considered. It will take only from 0 to 4, and here it will take from 0 to 2. Column will be 0 to 2 column. Rows will be 0 to 4 rows. Now when I run the code, so it will be from 0th index is 120. Employee ID 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has not considered the 5th index value. And for the columns, it is considered from 0 to 2. So 0 is employee name, 1 is age, 2 is gender. It has not considered the place. So while using the ILOC method, it won't consider the end index value. So it will be end index value minus 1, both for rows and columns. And now if I want all the columns but some rows, how will I go about it? So I have to say df dot ILOC brackets 0 colon 5 comma colon. So in the columns I have specified it as colon. So all the columns will be considered, and rows 0 to 4 index value rows will be considered. So now when I run the code, it is 120 to 124, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it's all the columns because I have given colon, all the columns get considered. So this is the way of slicing the data frames in Pandas using the LOC method and the ILOC method. LOC method slices with the help of labels where the start label, end label are considered, and ILOC slices the data frame with the help of integer or positional index values where the end index value is not considered, it's excluded. So this is the difference between slicing using LOC method and ILOC method. Hope so friends, it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.